Okay, welcome back. Um, so as I said before in a video yesterday, this is now the tip I was talking about. I hope you'll find this very helpful. It's for about your water chemistry, basically for your pH and your KH. Quite important. So without talking too much, I hope you will enjoy this video, and yeah, stay tuned. DJ, say hi. Our little fluff. Okay, so my tip of this week or half. As you all know, a couple months ago I had this huge pH crash in the ground pond because of I'm feeding it. I'm still feeding it very heavy. When I started at end of spring, when the temperatures went up, I will increase the feeding. I think that's from 80 gram, not even 80 gram a day. It was only, I think, 10 or 15 gram a day to, I think, about 150 gram a day from spring to summer till now. So I had a massive pH crash, and I didn't anticipate it because, as I said in the previous video, all the last few years we were on the dam water here that has a high KH and GH. But then, as you all know, I swapped over to mains town water, and that is very soft. The normal KH is only about 3 in there, best of times. So yeah, the pH crash was at 6.5 or something really low. And then yes, you all know we put KH buffer in, or pH buffer, with bicarb. But when you put bicarb in, you have to do it quite gentle. You can't just dump it in. You have to know how much you put in, so don't make it too drastic in one go. Plus, you have to do it regular. It's not it doesn't stay in there for long. So I was doing, as you know, I put bicarb in, and then I put connected the dam water to the tank, so that I get a bit dam water as well with the high KH in. But it didn't work that well. I didn't want actually the dam water mixing in. I wanted to stay in one consistent water supply. So yeah, what I discovered from another YouTuber, and that's from a YouTuber I'm following for 8 years at minimum, since I started being more serious with the koi hobby. He's from Germany. He's a big koi dealer for Konishi kois, and what he's doing the last couple of years, he doesn't put bicarb in or anything. What he uses is basically grounded up lime. And yeah, I think a lot of people, if you will be shocked, usually you're not supposed to. Lime is not the best for your koi ponds, but that we're talking about industrial lime. What he's using is basically it is high concentrated calcium carbonate. So on calcium carbonate is lime. Simple as that. So I was going around here and asking, because he buys it in huge bags, 25 kilo bags, and you're supposed to get it almost everywhere. I was asking around here, and no one could tell me anything about calcium carbonate. No one, the stock fees, the pet shops, all had a blank look at me when I said calcium carbonate. So I did a bit more googling. What is it in English, or what do they call it normally? So now I show you what that is. It is finely grounded up limestone. And depending where you live or where the source is, it is pure white or it has a yellowish beige color. So when I knew what it was, I went to my stock feeds here, and yes, you get it here very easy. Stock feeds have it in the tons. They have it in big bags. So this here is the bag I bought. It's a 25 kilo bag. You can see there, net weight 25 kilo, and it's stock lime grade 1. So this is lime for feed, for your livestock as a supplement. And here, I don't know how it is in Europe. I'm not an agriculture expert. I don't know what it is. Here in Australia we have poor soils, so we have to amend a lot to make it suitable for growing stocks or even livestock, because otherwise they would have always a deficiency in some minerals. So when you look on the back, so here what it says, high calcium finely ground limestone. So there's a correction of calcium deficiency in animals, including poultry, cattle, blah blah blah. So we don't have to go for horticulture, nutrivores, what we know in soil. And when you look in the back how much it is, so calcium carbonate, that it states it, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, 99.9%. And then you have a little bit of magnesium carbonate in there, 1.75. This stuff is, for me, at least for me, a godsend. It's cheap because this bag will last me probably maybe a year, 2 years. I will see. 25 kilo I put into my ponds, and this is I put in the growing pond only 100 gram of it, and you can do it whatever you want. You can just dump it in there, or you just get a bucket of water, put it in. It doesn't dissolve. So this is the negative on the entire thing, but as well the positive. Negative for people, they like a very clean pond floor, because the negative I'll mention it in a minute. So that in the ground pond I use 100 gram of that lime, put it in water, just mixed it up, dumped it in. Here in the main pond I used 400 gram and dumped it in. It takes about 10 hours, that's what happened on my ponds, 10 hours to clear up again. The water gets really milky, color. You don't see your fish. It doesn't bother them whatsoever. Not in the minimum. They just swim through it. And now 10 hours later, you have a crystal clear pond again. The only negative is your floor for another, let's say, week will stay quite whitish. It all depends on your filtration or your circulation. If you have a really high floor currency, it might end up after a couple of days all in the filters. And don't worry, that's where you actually want it, in the filters. So it doesn't dissolve. What happens is it slowly, gradually gets eaten away, basically dissolves into the water when the pH fluctuates. When it gets more acidic, then of course the lime will then dissolve and balance the KH and the pH in your pond. And I think it's great because I did that a month ago. I didn't post it on YouTube because I wanted to see how actually it works. does it do anything? And I have not had any pH fluctuation. I just did a test on the ground pond. 1 month ago I put the lime in, or the calcium carbonate. The pH hasn't changed. I tested it from the first day I put it in till just 10 minutes ago. It's 7.6, stable, and it's stable almost the entire day. Okay, when you feed it fluctuates a little bit, but it's very stable, and the KH is about 0.4 degrees, and the same as on the main pond. Even the main pond doesn't have the pH crash this year because it's a bigger body of water, bigger filters, and it's the same feeding. It hasn't increased or decreased. It's always only in the winter it decreases, but every year it's roughly the same. This year was the most of fat. This is now at around I have to check it. I think it's over 300 grams I'm feeding out every day, but it will taper down in the next few weeks when the temperature is going down. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And another important information: when you use it, if you have a drum filter, you need to bypass your drum for at least 10 hours, because otherwise your drum will just flush. It is finely grounded limestone, so it will clog up your fine filter. When I put it in, all my brushes here or in the ground pond were covered with it, but eventually that all will dissolve over the next couple months. So as I said, months ago I haven't put anything more in, so I'll see how the KH develops, and I probably will have a routine. We'll see, once a month a little bit in, or every 2 months. But I think what I will do is have it, let's say on the first of every month, put maybe 100 grams of the calcium carbonate in, just to keep it up, so that you don't suddenly have all lost it and then you have pH crash, and you just get a routine into it. And the thing is, you can pour as much in or as less in. It's you on. I mean, I could have put 1 kilo in, and I wouldn't have mattered much, except that I would have a lot of it on the floor and in the filters. I still have a little bit on the floor. Funny thing, that the fish actually quite like it. They suck it up, I think. Okay, I think I covered everything with it. The positive, you don't need to worry too much because it's a slow process. Dissolve slowly into your water as needed. And negatives, of course, you see it for a while on your floor or in your filter. In my case, my filter, I see it more in the brushes, but doesn't matter. So yeah, if you don't like it, yeah, you have to stay with the KH and probably do it that way. But this is for me perfect, because I can put it in, and for the next few months don't have to worry about it. Plus, and this is a big plus, this 25 kilo bag cost me only $20, just under $19.99. So that's a big thing, and it will last me a year, 2 years maybe, and I don't have to worry that it goes off. Just store it in a nice dry area, and that's it. Okay, any questions to this, just leave a comment. But yeah, I hope you found this tip useful, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy your hobby, stay safe, bye for now.